All right, welcome to another one from the Outdoor Analyst. I've got a fun one for you. I'm out here with the very good knife company Walkabout. This beastie is a 6-inch blade of 80 CRV2 goodness. But before we dive in, if you wouldn't mind taking a second, hitting that subscribe button down there, maybe hitting the like, leaving a comment as we go. I would appreciate that. I'm a small channel and every little bit helps. All right, so let's dive into this sucker. I've had this for a while now, just out here on the property hanging around with it. I just wanted to maybe go over a little bit of chopping, a little bit of batoning, just to show you what it could do. It's a great camp knife size, 6 inches. I think it is .197 thick, so about a fifth of an inch thick on here, on the spine. But a nice saber grind, gets down real thin and slicey. And I figured, let's see if we can skip some knots. Let's just do a little chopping. Definitely not a chopping knife. You don't see a bird's beak on the back. It's not, usually I don't consider a knife a chopping knife unless it's about 8 inches. But it's a good test of the edge because it's a nice thin edge. Let you know like what you can get through. That's not too bad, you know, not too bad. Easy to do, easy to pop through. Maybe we should baton this piece. Let's baton it just to show you like, okay, what can this knife actually do here? So it's got a few knots too. So not the ideal piece to baton through, that's for sure. But, yep, knocked the top right off. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can get a little more sturdy area here to dive in. Oh, it's gonna pop right off again. A little bit punky on some of this stuff. Let's try this side. This is a weird piece of wood. Kind of half punk, half knot. Some interesting knots just to go through for the heck of it on there. But you know what? Why not? When in Rome, keep at it. There we go. Splitting that knot right apart. That is not not the easiest thing to do. That's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. A nice little piece of kindling or something around here. There we go. Just a small little piece. And that's what you're generally doing with a camp knife, is just batoning little stuff to get kindling, make some feathers, and kind of go from there. And I think that's really the point. So we'll do a little bit of feathering here. Let me get some of that bark off. Oh, this is definitely seasoned. That's good. That kind of shows like what this knife can do. And it is an old school way of the ergonomics on here, kind of thinning out at the front and then kind of getting thicker on the back, and nice and chamfered all the way around. Very good knife company. Jacob does a great job at chamfering. Pardon my focus. I got mosquitoes and flies all up in my eyes right now. Welcome to being in the woods. And this is a seasoned piece of hardwood, but as you can tell, this has a nice relief grind, nice thin edge on there. 80 CRV2 is tough. It's very tough, so I have no issues going through knots with this. And if you've seen my other videos from a Very Good Knife Company, I've got some hollow grind knives that are much thinner edges than 80 CRV2, and I have tortured those things, and they've held up. No rolling, no chipping. The first strike from them is amazing. The Walkabout, it's just much more of a camp knife to me. Kind of skips the whole fighting mentality, the souped up buckwine 19 of the first strike, and this is just a quintessential camp knife. I really like it for the belt, just hanging around the property. It's not too big, but it's big enough to do some chopping, to zip up saplings if I need to. It's just right on the border of, it's a medium to large size belt knife. And I love that. I know some people will say that's a large belt knife. Well, yeah, I guess maybe you probably haven't seen some of my other knives then. I think a large belt knife's getting around like 8 inches, and that's awesome for sapling removal around here. It's phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of that. But this knife is just, hey, look at that. This is seasoned hardwood. Feathered like a dream, split stuff like no issues whatsoever. Knots, won't stop this at all. Now it is 80 CRV2, so I'm gonna go home for sure and I'm gonna clean this up, because any of this moisture on here is gonna leave. It'll definitely rusted if you leave it on there. But I'm gonna put some, some wax on here once I'm done. Keeps it nice and protected, has no issues on there. But a phenomenal knife. Just a quick little overview of, hey, what can this do in the woods? Well, it can do pretty much everything you need to, honestly. It's a great, great belt knife. All right, catch you on the next one.